Hello, hello, and welcome back once more. Today we're returning to the conspiracy sector situation battle, but with the Gym Cannon 2. Gym Cannon 2, yes. It's so Gym Cannon 2 is a little. I found the Gym Cannon 2 to be a little bit tricky on this map, as the entire enemy team, if I remember right, the entire enemy team is raids, with the exception of the one thing that is like the strongest thing on the enemy team. So that makes it a little tricky to do damage, but despite that, I think this one came out pretty good. So, or it came out okay anyway. We'll see. We'll have to see, because I don't quite remember how well it came out. It's actually been a little bit since I actually played the map. Not a great start here, missing everything, trying to kind of get a feel again for. I probably missed most of my shots, to be fair, but trying to get a feel again for sort of space movement and stop to fire weapons, because there's a little bit of a drift. It's weird. It takes getting used to. So not only is there the delay when you pull the trigger, but then you drift a little bit. It's something to get used to for sure. But you can see I am face to face with an enemy raid. I did nick his shield. That's something. But we got wiped out without dealing really much damage at all. Again, I'm coming face to face with a whole bunch of raids. It's a little bit rough, but things will get a little bit better as we go in. Also, not really, I guess not really sticking to my team too well either, so that's not going to help. It's weird in space. It really is, because it's a lot of space. Space is big. But, in being really big, it's really easy to get separated from your team, sometimes without even realizing it. That's something to keep an eye out. This map, too, is a really good one for open space combat. It is the most open out of any of the space maps, and it's kind of crazy, too, if you go into this just in a training match. That's also uncomfortably close. Yikes. Oh, see, we got an assist. There's something. We finally did something. But anyway, this map, right? If you're going into this map just in a training mode and just exploring it, messing around, just seeing like kind of where everything is, it's so crazy. There's so much debris. There are tons of like points of cover and whatnot. As a result, we led way too far on that shot. I thought he would go further in the other direction. He kind of changed directions on me. It's hard to line things up from a distance like this, and like I'm not good at it on top of that, right? That's why I typically avoid using support types. But it's not instant trajectory on these things, so it can be tricky to line things up. I'm surprised that hit. I don't think that's the guy I was aiming for, but we finally managed to get our sights on the one thing that's not an enemy raid. So we're doing what we can to do some damage there. That's my best opportunity to deal damage is against that suit, since it is the enemy general. And even when he does, like, turn to fight me, he's going to be doing a lot less damage to me than the enemy raids. So I'm doing my best to kind of keep my head down, try to keep out of the line of sight of all of the enemy supports while I deal damage where I can. Or, sorry, enemy raids while I do damage where I can and try to pursue him. And we're actually not doing bad. We couldn't finish it. I should have swapped the head Vulcans there. Finished him off with just a head Vulcan volley instead of moving in with the rifle like I did. Because then I could have boosted in, dealt some damage while boosting instead of having to wait for the reset to start firing again. Didn't do that at the time. I don't think I ran out. I know I was using him a second ago, but I think I still had head Vulcan shots. Regardless, wouldn't have made a difference if I had swipped to it and were still reloading in that situation, because I didn't get a shot off anyway. Wouldn't have made a difference. So, should have been the thought process. But we're back in, we're hopping back in. We've got a really target-rich environment right here, which maybe not great for me, actually, because it also means I've got a lot of things that are going to shoot at me. We hit something with the support fire, though. I'm surprised about that. Got some damage. I don't think... Oh, we got the kill. I was about to say, I don't think we're going to get even the assist on that, because I don't think I did enough, but we actually got the kill, so that's nice. I talked about this... It wasn't the last video, but when I did the gym custom for this match, or not this match, but this situation battle, I referenced the rifle and how it has really good range on that. You're seeing some of that right here as well. I'm not sure why I fired there. I'm really not sure why I fired there. Maybe I was testing, because I recorded this. I played this match before the gym, so that might have been me trying to make sure I remembered how the burst worked. Not quite sure. Regardless, it should reload before we have to use it again anyway, so it shouldn't be a problem. Just something I forgot about. Yeah, odd little quirk, I guess. Actually landed a hit there. I'm very happy with that. Well, not very happy with that shot. It looked like maybe just one of the beams clipped him, but I'm still happy it hit, I should say. That just went right into the cover. Yeah, cover. Good to use. Keeps you out of the line of fire. Very smart. Man, I should probably... Maybe I need to experiment more with stopping before I try and shoot, because some of that drift is throwing off my aim a little bit. Not like a ton, like it's still skill issue for sure, but it is throwing off a little bit. That tackle was not smart. That did not do anything, but ultimately he missed, and we still got our damage in, so that's good. Trying to throw off his aim where I can, but I got sidelined by the enemy general, actually, of all things, not even a support. We're going to try to shoot him in the back and fail, because, again, that's the thing I can do the most damage against, so I'm trying to get in my hits where I can, but did not get any meaningful hits and got shot in the back anyway. So, that was that life. We're going to wait to respawn like usual. We're doing a little bit rough here. You can see we're at a point disadvantage, and we've got the couple guys. Well, okay, we're coming back in force now, but we're losing guys too. Looks like our GPO-1 has seen better days, which is not great. There he goes. Yup. He is our most powerful suit on this map, so it's good for him to be able to lead charges and whatnot. Not having him is going to be... it's probably going to be a bit of a hard time here. I do like that with situation battles, having, like, you have got the one Gundam and a bunch of grunt suits. It's a better simulation of actual Gundam fights. If we're going to be honest, the way the game works, not that I'd want them to change it, but being separated by cost the way it is, and then you have, like, I don't know, 3 of the Gundam, it's like, well, that's not right. Would I want them to change it so you can only have one Gundam? No, not at all. That would not be fun. But it's nice to have these battles that give you that more closer to canon experience. And we're just ganging up on them now. We took out a bunch of the enemy forces, so now we're just cleaning up what's left, more or less. We've also got that point deficit back now, too, so that's nice. We're going to, ultimately, at the end here, probably secure that victory. I'm gonna try to keep the general occupied so that he can't get any damage in. Didn't do great, but his shield's gone at least. That's something. Got in a little hits at the end. Didn't score anything, but, you know, it's fine. We had the lead anyway. So we still come out of that with a proper victory, which is nice. I think this is the first time I used this specific suit in a very long time. Oh, a 3rd place isn't bad. 3rd place isn't bad. That's mostly from... Looking at the scores, that's probably mostly from mopping up other units, because you can see... Well, and from not dying, got 2 losses, looks like. A bunch of kills that I don't feel like I can take credit for, considering how low the damage was. Which is partially going to be a factor of, yeah, like, everything here is a raid. So, on a regular fight, this suit would be doing a lot more damage overall, just because in a regular fight, in theory at least, unless the entire enemy team decides to go all raid, which happens sometimes, and is kind of a nightmare to deal with, you'd have a bunch of generals to be shooting at, and you'd have the increased damage against all of them. In theory, in a regular battle, the support can do a lot more than they can here. But even so, we got 3rd place, so I'll take it. That's going to do it for today, though. Can't wait for next time. We'll see what we have then. We'll see ya.